Tamwar's gutted when Nancy tells him she's leaving the square to travel the world. But when Linda tells Tam to fight for his girl, he soon tells her he's coming too. But his grand plans hit a hurdle when he discovers Masood has been ditched by his online date and has received shock news from Zainab. However, Maz urges his son to go with Nancy before buying them round-the-world flight tickets, including one for himself. 3 is definitely a crowd and Nancy hates the idea. Will Maz really go? Jay takes control at the Mitchells and convinces Phil to go to a hospital appointment, then picks up Louise when she's in a fight at school. Later, Louise is in trouble again when Denise catches her stealing wine and calls the police, despite Phil saying he'll sort out his mischievous daughter. Elsewhere, Sharon organises a ladies' team for the darts league, so Buster chooses a men's team. But Sharon has a surprising secret weapon. Martin tackles his money problems head-on and plans to set up his own stall. But when his new products fail to sell, Andy offers him a way out. We take a trip up the cobbles next. We'll ask Michelle to review the wedding venue, but we soon realise he has an ulterior motive. Meanwhile, Steve rings Liz and tells her he's returning to surprise Michelle for her 40th. So when Will sends Michelle flowers on her birthday and invites her out, Liz makes her disapproval clear. Steve fails to show on the day, so his wife races to Will's. They kiss passionately and almost go all the way, but she gets cold feet and heads home, only to find Steve waiting for her. Kylie's worried when she hears Sarah telling Harry the christening will get rid of the devil. Then Sarah flees the church when Harry starts to scream. Luckily, Billy calms her down and gets her back in to finish the service. At the joint christening and birthday party for Gail, Nick loses his temper and later tells David he thinks his brain injury symptoms are back. Phelan's pressuring a nervous Jason to bid for the big fresco project. He then trashes the community centre, but Todd sees him leaving. Next, we drop into the Dales. Now that Gordon's rightly banged up for his horrific crimes, Aaron's left looking after his stepsister Liv, and she refuses to move to Dublin with Sandra. Robert warns Aaron that Liv is bad news, but how can he turn his back on her under the current circumstances? Marlon and Vanessa are not happy when Paddy and Rona reveal they want to make a fresh start in Germany. Makes a change from Australia. Piers hands out flyers at the scene of Tess's fatal accident. He wants answers, and he's on the warpath when he gets new info, deciding to stick around a bit longer. Andy demands Debbie's details from Kane. He wants to know where his kids are, but it's Moira who's his ally, despite Holly ratting her out to Kane. Kane warns Andy to back off before Chrissy visits Kane in a bid to help Andy, who'd be furious if he found out. Later, Holly's jealous when she sees Kane and Moira kissing. Will she do something silly?